Meanwhile, in the Northern Cape, just over 13,000 full-time pupils are said to be writing their finals this year, while another 1,000 part-time learners are expected to complete their final school year. The province's education department says they're targeting a national average of just over 80% for 2024, and that's to improve on their performance of 75.8% in 2023. Here's SABC News reporter Ulrich Hendricks, who has more.
So it's the start of the 2024 Matric exams. More than 13,000 learners, full-time learners here in the Northern Cape started their Matric exams this morning, and an additional 1,000 part-time learners also starting their exams. Of course, nervous, but hopefully well prepared. That's how most of the students that we spoke to earlier today described their feeling this morning. But let's speak to the man in charge of the education system here in the Northern Cape, MEC Abram Vosloo. How do you feel this morning? All these guys, and it's your first term as education MEC. You would like to see some good results, obviously.
Yes, Ulrich and all the listeners and viewers of SABC. I think we are a little bit nervous, but we know also that we are ready. We know that we are ready. We had a slight challenge this morning in the Jan Kempdorp area, where 5 access roads were actually blocked by the taxi associations, and we want to appreciate the work done by the local leadership by engaging the association, where 297 learners were affected, and I can already indicate that all of them have reported at the 5 high schools in that area. So we are comfortable that in the entire province, all our centers are up and running, and that the learners are pitching up. And even here at William Prescott High School, 181 learners will be writing matric exams. And the sense I got in terms of engaging here is that everything is ready, and that everybody is prepared for their respective responsibilities, and we are comfortable that we will do good in terms of administering the exams. What is important is also that we call on parents and we call on all other stakeholders to continue motivating the learners, encouraging them to actually spend the next 36 days fruitfully, ensuring that they pay attention to their studies in a meaningful way, and to make sure that we get the required outcomes.
Talking about incidents beyond your control, Kimberley is also preparing for shutdown next week. In terms of provincial government, are you engaging? And because that could potentially also disrupt exams.
Absolutely. I'm sure there will be a team of the department and even a team from the provincial government engaging with the relevant stakeholders, making sure that it doesn't affect the writing of matric exams and generally schooling, because it's important that learners attend classes and attend schools throughout Kimberley. So there will be an engagement and at different platforms to make sure that we minimize and mitigate the risk in as far as that is concerned. But we are also quite certain that the people involved in terms of the shutdown understand the gravity of the situation and the importance of the grade 12s completing the exams. I think they understand that quite well.
Let me see. Just talk to us through preparation for the 24 matric exams. You had spring camps, you had winter camps. What extra measures did you take this year?
Look, even before I came into this position, the Premier had an engagement with the former MEC and the team of education, and directed them to actually intensify the matric support program. I think it's important also to mention that the last 4 years we have seen an increase in terms of matric results outcome every year, to almost 10% if you put the 4 years together. But for this year in particular, we want to see a much more bigger number in terms of that increase. That is why there's been a focus in particular on the area of teaching the trainers, training the teachers in terms of upskilling, in particular in your subjects where there's much more work to be done, like maths and science, life orientation, life sciences, and so on. But also the other areas, obviously your Saturday classes, your winter schools, your spring schools, and in addition to that, the day-to-day primary intervention at the school level. That has been done by the teachers working in the space of the grade 12s. So we are quite certain that enormous amount of work has went into all of this, and getting the learners ready. I can safely say that 72% of the 13,000 learners have received that kind of support, and for us that's a positive mark. And we are of the view that having done that, all those, we want to see the results, and I think we are confident that we will be able to see positive results. I've been able to actually visit some of these interventions. I've even been to some of the schools engaging the matriculants, and I can tell you that the mood on the ground is positive. There is a positivity in terms of what parents can expect and what community can expect. I was just telling the learners that behind them is teachers. They have your SGBs, you have your SMTs at schools. Your entire community is behind them, and that they must understand that it's not only about them. It's also about ensuring that putting themselves in a better position to actually further their studies after this exams. It's not only about this exams, it's about what you want to become beyond this exams.
Thank you very much, MEC for Education in Northern Cape. Abraham first, of course, talking to us about the matric exams that started today. We at the William Pescott High School in Kimberley, and of course now it's up to more than 13,000 learners, full-time learners, and 1,000 part-time learners will of course write the exams, and hopefully giving this province a great matric pass rate. Last year, of course, if you recall, the province set last in terms of the pass rate, so hoping to obviously better that this year.